Hello, my beautiful gang. This is V with PharaohsTarot, and I'm here with your Friday I'm in Love couples reading. This reading is for couples. If you're in a singles situation, check out the singles reading. We have that uploaded as well. Thank y'all so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of y'all. The cards to pull for you and the person you're in a relationship with. Before we get started, we will never reach out to you for personal readings or donations. If you would like to book a personal reading or give a donation, all the information is in the description box below. Be sure to take advantage of our, or make the most of our the last day of our summer sale. It's the last weekend, 30% off all tarot readings on the site. So use summer promo code SUMMER30, SUMMER30 all together, and you can still get 30% off all of the readings. Sunday's the very last day, so make sure you tap in. All right. I know this is coming to you a little later than we usually do the Friday I'm in Love reading, so I do apologize, but thank y'all for being patient, and we're about to tap in. Okay, I'm going to start with, keep in mind that energies could be reversed, but the way I pulled it, I'm going to start with your energy, the collective. So you have the Six of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Knight of Swords, okay? So there may have been a reconciliation that took place, maybe some sort of healing with this person. So this could be a situation to where y'all may have separated in the past and then got back together. With this Knight of Pentacles, it was slow moving. It was a slow build. Maybe one person had to sort of initiate that and kind of find themselves. I feel like maybe you had to find yourself or something, find your self-worth again, and then you started to slowly but surely come in. But this Queen and this Knight of Swords, I feel like even with that, maybe one of y'all weren't as mature in your communication skills. Someone's delivery was much more harsh, not very thoughtful, and then the Queen of Swords came back with the shadow side of being more cold than necessary. So it could have been some maybe some arguments, but more so I'm getting like just maybe one person just didn't understand the other person. Maybe someone's communication skills needs to step up. It could have been like I said, miscommunication, like misunderstandings, things that, a situation that could have easily been avoided had it just been dissected a little bit more, or someone stepped up, not being so quick to answer. It's just like this energy of listening to respond as opposed to listening to understand. But the Five of Swords and the everything is fine. It's a pseudo Ten of Swords. So yeah, this is the energy of not noticing red flags. This is the energy of maybe one of y'all have like Pisces in your chart, or just sort of like this energy of, if you don't have Pisces in your chart, if you don't have a lot of water, which I feel like one of you do, it's just this energy of wanting something to work. It's like a trauma bond. Okay, you're not, or abandonment wound or something like that. Yeah, you're telling yourself it's not as bad as it really is, or one of y'all, whenever y'all get into it, like, oh, I'm not being manipulative, but you are, and vice versa. It's kind of immaturity, you know what I mean, on both parts. And so getting through that energy, recognizing, hey, there is a situation here, really, because it's not really the Ten of Swords, but you got that Five of Swords there, and it really is, it really was something. But maybe after this reconciliation, it's like this energy of maybe you're still kind of holding on to an energy of when it was, toxic, as opposed to seeing it now. So maybe the communication style hasn't leveled up that much, but something has changed. I feel like there's growth, but there's not a letting go of something. So you have the Two of Cups with the Lovers, the Page of Swords, and the Four of Swords. Yeah, this is definitely, it's giving, could have Gemini in your chart, but I feel like you continue to keep choosing each other. But maybe this, like, you're trying to heal this energy, and maybe one of y'all are like, y'all still feel like something's not right, or you still feel like Maybe this person is still texting. Maybe I had issues in the past with like fidelity or, you know, flirtations or emotional cheating or something. Or like maybe you feel like you want to check this person's phone. Like you feel like something has to be wrong here. If something's not, you feel like something has to be wrong, but with this Four of Swords, it's like you kind of need to ease up. Like give it a rest, you know. If you're going to let this work out, let it work out. Let it be healed. You know, the divine is coming in with the Lovers as well, so they're trying to help the situation, but you have all these extra thoughts of, is this really happening? You still feel like something is not right. And it's not like an intuitive something's not right. It's a fear-based mental jungle gym, something's not right. And you have the Emperor crossing. So you could have leveled up, okay, in your life, leveled up professionally, I feel like, and also leveled up in a way that your standards are now higher, okay? And so you've done work, you balanced out your energy, and like I said, like that communication style was kind of off. But maybe this could be a wound, like by a parental figure, like a masculine energy that had something that happened when you were a child, and so you have like issues with masculine energy. And so maybe that's why you come out with that Queen of Swords kind of cold energy, because that's how you know how to protect yourself. That's how you know how to deal with fear. You just kind of turn ice cold or something. But you have a Chariot with the Tower and just 3 major arcana. So the divine is like, okay, I feel like you're allowing, you still, even though you still have reservations, you're still moving forward with some sort of healing. You're still allowing it to play out. The divine is going to help you move forward with this Tower and this Justice. Maybe something was meant to dissolve so you could build it back up. You know what I mean? Like if something was built on sorry on my eye, one moment. If something was built on a unstable foundation, even if the love is there, that structure wouldn't be able to stand the test of time. So it had to have crumbled. It had to have dissolved in order for balance or justice to be brought. This very well, I don't know, y'all, this could be you even contemplating calling it quits for good. Or this could be you saying, okay, I'm at a place of no return. Like, what's my verdict going to be? It's going to be your choice, however you decide to move forward. But something is going to dissolve. Like the idea of the relationship, something's going to come to light. And you have the 9 of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the 3 of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Swords. Maybe this is a work relationship. Like maybe you were mixing business with pleasure, or maybe this is really interesting energies. I feel like it's a lot of, it's kind of even challenging for me to tap in because there's a lot of blockages. I feel like not only in your solar plexus, but in your sacral chakra. And I feel like it's coming from an instability at the root. It's pentacles all over this spread. So I feel like maybe y'all will argue about money or something. And so perhaps one of y'all weren't more stable. One of y'all were more financially stable. The other person was more emotionally and spiritually stable. But I feel like maybe now that you're getting maybe you're getting your finances together, maybe you're getting your coin, like your work is picking up, you're being more independent, you're going to understand that you came together because of material reasons. And so they want you to be mindful of that, because you're going to want a situation to where there's equal give and take. So even if one person is more financially and the other person is more spiritually and emotionally, there's still like a deficit. the ideal is two whole people coming together. Both people are mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically stable coming together, as opposed to like, it feels like a codependent relationship. And so the divine is saying you're kind of holding on to this idea of something when it's showing you like it's time to let it go. You know, see something for what it really is as opposed to what you want it to be. Like, focus in. Maybe tiger eye stone is specific, or maybe tiger is like one of your spirit animals. But tigers are known to be like more solitary than, say, like lions or something. So maybe I have like different love languages that's just not working out, and y'all really aren't trying to learn each other's love language. It's, you know, it's something like that. It's like differences that you're not reconciling. So it's time to make a verdict on what it's going to be. Okay, and then you have the middle world for your Shaman Oracle card. And the middle world talks about practicalities, like these pentacles, like really what's going on in the 3D manifestation, not something that you're pulling down out of the ethers, out of the 5D, out of your imagination. This talks about making moves in the physical now. It doesn't urge you to rush, but it urges you to kind of move along with the process of your decision, because now you can accomplish something. The divine is helping you. See all this energy? They're helping you break free. They're helping you to see what's really going on. And so it's this energy of wherever you feel you're led to, go ahead and move in that direction, because it may be harder later to make that decision. You may get tangled back up in your own thoughts in another cycle or something. So I'm gonna pull cards for the cards to pull for your person you're in a relationship with. So I'm gonna go over here. They have the Queen of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Six of Wands. So, I mean, you could be dealing with the fire sign. But I kind of gave that, yes, okay, Leo for sure. So they might be a Leo or have Leo in their chart, or they, you know, just someone just very like charismatic, but they long for something that's been left. Maybe they long for past partners. Maybe they really enjoyed when they were single and they kind of lament that with like Three of Cups here. Maybe they like to hang out with their friends and things like that, and they really couldn't see they had victory in a situation with you. They were really successful. They kept looking to the past. Maybe it's just like feeling like they could kind of do better or something. Not that you're less than or not enough, but maybe they felt boxed in. But they have the Wheel of Fortune with the Hierophant. Yeah, I feel like they're understanding what the benefits of longevity, the benefits of long-term relationships, of marriage. They had to learn. There's a give and take with everything. Yeah, you could be out here, you could be outside, single, having fun, you know, dating whoever you want to date, keeping it fresh and new. But, you know, at the end of the night, who are you coming home to that's really going to care about you and really going to be there for you? And conversely, like if you're in a relationship, yeah, you're not outside as much mixing and mingling, but you have a partner that's going to love you. Y'all can do activities together, get to experience the world together, learn a new person over and over again as y'all evolve. So it's give and take. It's just about what you want. Maybe this person has Taurus in their chart as well. But this Ace of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the Ten of Cups, I feel like this person has a new reason to fight for this stability. I feel like they're waiting on some sort of answer from you. They're waiting because the two people had the keys here in the bottom of the Hierophant. And on the back of this card, it's like two keys. They're highlighting two of these keys with the cup in the middle. So I feel like they understand that they may have fumbled the bag. Or maybe I have children together, or they're understanding that, you know, they want their children to be raised in a home where both of the parents are there. Something like that. They understand their role. Like, not like in terms of gender roles, but they understand maybe they're more masculine and maybe they are embracing it, or maybe they're more feminine or something like that. They definitely have a lot more feminine card. So maybe they are, this could definitely could be a same-sex situation, like someone's more masculine presenting while they still in a female avatar body like that, you know what I mean? It's something like that. They're understanding the balance between themselves. They're understanding their masculine and feminine energy and how it presents itself, okay? Because the 4 of Wands keep popping. I keep seeing the 4 of Wands within these other ones. So something about happy marriage is like hidden in there, okay? It's like this person wants that. They want that energy, but it's so many wands here. So this person definitely has a lot of fire energy, a lot of passion. They could have been what drew you to them, that sexual energy. That could have been that link that kept y'all together, the sexual chemistry. But I feel like you're learning that's not enough. They're learning that it's not enough, because going off that energy, they're going to want to look around. They're going to want to step out. They're going to be missing. They feel like they're missing out instead of focusing on this beautiful life. They're learning how to ground their energy and build stable foundations with that Hierophant. But yeah, they had the 7 of Cups with the Strength. The Divine is helping them to see through their illusions. Okay, maybe they feel like, oh yeah, well, you know, I'm attractive. I got charisma. Like, I got a whole bunch of options. And the Divine is like, it's not as many options as you think. You're just looking on the outside. You're not looking at the heart of a situation. You're not looking at what harmony and balance and love feels like. You don't, the Divine is trying to get them to understand that this relationship is hanging on by a thread. So they got to start taking this seriously, or they could potentially miss out, like really miss a blessing of being with you. Or take it how it resonates. You know, the energies could be reversed. But they have the 8 of Cups with the Fool and the 2 of Wands. And so within this 8 of Cups, they're highlighting the 5. So the Divine is saying it's time for a new start. It's time for them to restart. And this 2 of Wands, maybe they're thinking about, and it's hovering above this dog here. Like, so the Divine is saying you have someone very loyal who really loves you, who's going to stick by you no matter what. And you focus on this 5 of Cups energy. It's time for you to leave all that behind. If you're going to put your energy into building this relationship, you better decide two of Wands to move towards your person energetically, to move towards them, maybe physically. For some of y'all have like some of y'all are still together, but some of y'all may have separated, so y'all live in different homes right now. Or if you living in the same home, it's just like you're gonna make your mind up to stick with this. But they have the 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, Temperance, the 8 of Wands, and you're a badass being full of lifelong possibilities. So yeah, maybe this person's finances isn't the best. Like, it's just like they kind of holding on to 4 of Pentacles. And I feel like that's what you're kind of saying. It's just like you want somebody who can match your energy on all levels. Okay? Not just someone who, there's love here, there's attraction here, but the foundation, the practicalities, and maybe you understood that you kind of skipped over that part as well. Like, it wasn't like certain questions weren't asked in the beginning. Maybe you didn't know what you wanted fully. Or maybe y'all were just drawn to each other, like I said, like a codependent trauma bond at first. And so when situations started to get more serious and more long term, it became this energy of, oh well, we didn't have a firm foundation to begin with. So it was really only built on looks and sex and money and, 3D things. And not like the possibility of love and long-term commitment and communication, honesty. And so, whatever, I feel like y'all may have arguments, you know what I mean? And this person may be the type of person that just wants to be right. And so maybe y'all have that in common or something. It's just energy of would you rather be right or happy? Okay, sometimes you could win an argument, quote unquote, but you actually lost. And so maybe this person is realizing that, you know, sometimes just a I'm sorry or okay, you know, it's like the example I'm feeling is if someone, you say to your partner, hey, you saying this or you doing this really hurt my feelings. That, on the receptive ear, should be an automatic apology from your partner. And I feel like the way it usually play out is like either you or them try to justify, well, I didn't mean it like that, I was thinking this. Okay, that can be the case, but the apology first. Okay, you can apologize because you would never want to hurt your partner intentionally or unintentionally. And since that did happen, not if I hurt you, since that happened, I apologize. And then from there you can explain your train of thought. If if you feel moved to, like, it wasn't intentional, I was thinking this and this, but now I see that path, however it comes together. But just I'm sorry, you know what I mean? I feel like communication is important, but first and foremost, you have to let your person know that they're safe with you. Let your person know that their heart is safe with you. And so they're learning that with this temperance. Like I said, they got a lot of ones here. They could be a triple fire sign or heavy fire sign placements or something like that. But they have the 9 of Swords with the 3 of Swords. Perhaps they're what is 4 of Wands? Maybe they saw a lot of heartbreak in relationships growing up. That's what I feel like. Maybe they didn't have the best foundation to begin with growing up. Maybe they didn't come from a because 4 of Wands keep jumping out in front of me. It's like something that they desire, that wedding, that happy home, that the house with the family, and if you want children, however, I don't know if it's children or fur babies or something. It's like a family unit that they're craving, but they really didn't see it. So they're always kind of like anxious, like, I'm going to get my heart broken. I'm going to, so they don't really make plans to stay or something like that. Or they're always prepared to leave. It's just like always having one foot in, one foot out the door, not fully invested emotionally for fear of getting hurt. But that's sabotaging this connection because you're wanting more and they're trying to understand that they have a good one. Okay? Could be very spiritual. One of y'all could be very, like, witchy. Something like that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you or this person should get some smoky quartz. Something like that. Tiger's eye. But, okay. Together, y'all have the Sun, the 3 of Wands, 6 of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the 8 of Swords, the King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, and the King of Swords. So I'm going to start with these. Yeah, I feel like the more y'all are honest with each other and show your true selves, this Sun is a beautiful card, and this 3 of Wands is like being patient on learning how to move forward, like learning how to love each other. I kind of said that earlier in terms of like learning each other's love language, learning how each other communicates, really starting over. It's like, okay, like we never really had that friends stage. It just went straight to passion. And then we kind of fell into this relationship, and then we look up and it's years later or however long later, and the love is here, the attraction is here, but that foundation isn't. So it's like starting over and becoming friends again and allowing that process to take place, letting go of the old idea that y'all had together, the old, allowing it to be healed with this Ace of Cups. This is the blessing from the divine to heal those self-sabotaging ways, to heal the I'm hearing the tears, having honest conversations and letting it be water under the bridge, and literally starting from scratch and being friends again, like courting each other, dating each other properly. So this King of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, and the King of Swords. So I feel like this fire sign is going to get their coins up. Okay, they're gonna either bring you a solid offer, okay, because this King of Swords is feeling like two separate energies. Yeah, so I feel like the divine is helping bring y'all together. 1 second. Okay, I'm back, y'all. The divine is helping to bring y'all together, but they're really maturing, both of y'all, because now the King of Swords coming out, and so this is a match. But I'm also feeling like y'all are gonna communicate with more love, communicate with more understanding, more impact, like more peace. Not assuming malicious intent initially, but you know, giving your partner the benefit of the doubt and listening to understand instead of listening to just respond. Y'all communication is going to improve. This person's finances is going to improve. They're going to be able to offer you more. I feel like they also may feel inadequate because they don't have a lot of funds, and so they're leveling up in that way as well. Maybe they're learning something, or maybe they took a new course, or went back to school, or got a certification for this new start. Actually making foundations instead of just having so many passions. They're being more grounded and making those decisions. They're taking this seriously. Yeah, they had a drum for their Shaman Oracle card, and it's the number 6. Okay, so if they want authenticity, they have to be authentic back. They're learning reciprocity. They're learning you attract what you are. And they're taking responsibility and accountability, and also realizing that with this drum, there's a certain rhythm that we're all connected to, and they're learning to get into the flow of that. They're learning to get into their natural rhythm. They're tapping more into their spirituality. They're no longer going to wear a mask. They're going to be spirit-led instead of earthly-led or something like that. Yeah. This person is very unique. They're getting more grounded in that, and leading with who they truly are, leading with that energy, as opposed to being, I feel like they may have like a mutable sign, like more mutable signs, because the Sag sign, because they could have that in their chart. It's like mutable energy, so they kind of acclimate to whoever they're with, and so they're never truly themselves, and then they feel boxed in, and then they, you know, then they eight of cups. It's not really me, because they weren't being themselves out the gate. So they're taking responsibility, like, well, hey, I didn't really show who I was at first, and I started making myself fit into these different molds instead of just being myself, and whatever works out with it is what works out. But y'all both have the journey on the bottom. So this was all a part of it, coming together. But I really feel like the divine is helping y'all to not sabotage this. And yep, the Ancient Ones and the Luminous Warrior. Truth about y'all dark side, being honest about who y'all are, honest about y'all fears, honest about what scares you, honest about, you know, the aspects of yourself that you're wanting, that you're working on, the triggers that you have, like just being real about it and being open and honest. This Ancient One is like, this is bigger than just, it's important that y'all feel love, but this is like a healing connection, not only for y'all, but maybe for the world. Maybe y'all are going to inspire other people. It's maybe inspire the next generation, be it your biological children, nieces and nephews, or whoever it is. You're going to inspire the next generation to have a healed sense of love and community and identity within relationships. It's a beautiful thing in the lower world, okay? This is both of y'all illuminated, like showing out yourself, like opening the closet wide open and letting both each other see all the skeletons, like not trying to hide it. If you want to be in a long-term relationship, it's about being honest with your partner, okay? And it starts by being honest with yourself, and that'll dispel any illusions, and you can move forward with the truth, knowing who this person is, and they know who you are, and you decide, if we're going to do this, I want to know who you are, you know? So hopefully this is helpful. It's going to be very healing to your inner child either way. So, yeah, like, share, subscribe. I definitely would love to hear if this resonates in the comments. And like I said, if you want more information, the summer sale is still going for this weekend only. Visit the link in the description box. Everything is there. So much love and light to y'all. Namaste.